A woman threatens to divorce her husband if he helps his dying mother more. But wait until you hear why she might actually have a point.
All right. This story is called My Husband's Family Has Been Pressuring Him to Contribute E. Let me read this to you.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's hear it.
My husband's family has been pressuring him to contribute either financially or with time to his mother's care. I told him if he does, we're getting a divorce. Am I the asshole?
Oh no no no. She's not even giving context before dropping the divorce bomb. Let's hear why first.
Fair, that's a hell of an opening move.
Right then, let's see what's actually going on here. I know it sounds harsh, but we just cannot afford to do so. We have 2 children, our youngest is non-verbal. I no longer work to do our youngest. He already does so much he cannot afford to give up time, and our budget is extremely tight. We are in the processes of downsizing, which is unfortunate, but we cannot afford to live where we are on a single income. She has no money. Their dad before he passed blew it all on his money on alternative medical treatments for his cancer. Smoked multi-packs of cigarettes a day, and was shocked he ended up how he did.
So the dad smoked multiple packs a day, got cancer, then spent all the money on alternative treatments instead of, not smoking. That is wild.
Ha. Michelle, and now the family's mad the son won't bankrupt himself to fix it.
Ha. Okay, so get this. She is not doing well herself, but just like most, they have an extremely negative stigma regarding nursing homes. I know they are not the best of places, but putting your family in debt is no better. His siblings are using credit, taking out loans and stuff to provide care, keep her in her apartment area. She is mild to moderate stage of dementia. She knows her apartment and area well, but she only manages because my brother and sister-in-law are going heavily into debt providing the care.
The siblings are drowning themselves in debt because they refuse the only realistic option, a nursing home. That's not sustainable, and it's not fair to guilt her husband into the same trap. They need a come-to-Jesus conversation about what's actually possible.
Exactly. Love doesn't mean financial suicide.
Okay, so get this. They keep pushing my husband to do more. He helps how he can. He covers a portion of the rent and pays for groceries from time to time. Compared to what they do, that is not much, but we are strapped ourselves.
If you want to hear how this ends, make sure you follow FPM Stories so you don't miss the next one.
Wait, so he's already helping covering rent and groceries, but that's still not enough for them? Nah bro, that's not fair to him.
Exactly. His family's in denial about what they can actually afford.
And it gets worse, she's actually drawn a line in the sand about what comes next. My husband wants to do Uber on the side after work and on the weekends, and I told him that is nuts. His family needs to understand that they have alternatives. They may not like it, but sooner or later she will end up in a home. What they are doing is far from sustainable.
The family's ignoring the reality to avoid the conversation they actually need to have.
I told my husband if he caves and gives up more money we cannot afford without going into debt ourselves, or gives up the limited time he has to be with his family to work Uber, I will have no choice but to file for divorce, and will have to plan accordingly. We have looked into me going back to work, but with the level of care our child needs, it is not exactly a viable option.
She's not the asshole. Her husband's family is guilt-tripping him into poverty, and she's the only one thinking clearly about what a second job would actually cost: time with his kids, his mental health, his marriage. Draw the line.
Not the asshole, but, and this is important, the divorce threat needs to be about protecting their family, not punishment. She's right to shut this down, but they need to help her husband have that boundary conversation with his family before it implodes everything. Follow FPM Stories. We post every single day. Drop your verdict in the comments.
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.